welcome to episode number 5 of I Can't Cook. Today we are making Florentines, which are a very thin lace-like cookie that has, on the back it's covered in chocolate in a very classic zigzag pattern. So I am on my second biscuit challenge from week number 2 of season 1 of the Great British Baking Show on Netflix. I'm very excited to be taking on the challenge. I hope I get it right. The recipe seems pretty straightforward. I began by making that candied peel. And to make the candied peel, you do this. Making some candy started by peeling some little cuties. I just peeled 2 little cuties. I boiled a cup of sugar and a cup of water together. And I put my cutie rinds in there after they've been cut up, and they will simmer for about 45 minutes, and I'll have candied peel after I let them dry for a couple of hours. Wasn't that easy? So I have all of my ingredients. I have my brown sugar. I have a candied peel. I actually have cranberries and cherries. I have my finely chopped almonds and walnuts, and yes, I've chosen to use wine glasses today. For my chocolate later, this is part of my chocolate chip. It's a dark chocolate chip that we will be using. And in here, I have the wine. Not for the cookies, but for the baker. Yum. Okay. So I have a little hot plate today, warming up. First step, in my pan, I have my light corn syrup and my butter. And I'm going to put that here on the heat. And I'm going to mix in my brown sugar. I shouldn't say I mix this beautiful little mixture until it's all incorporated and melted in. To melt all the way down. And essentially, I rewatched my episode again, like I always do, just to make sure I had an idea of what I was doing, because I really don't want to screw it up. I watched this episode again, and essentially we're making a pseudo caramel in here. So with the butter and the corn syrup and the brown sugar, it'll melt down, really nicely. And once all of those crystals are incorporated, we will be adding our flour. Yeah, this is looking fantastic. So here's my all-purpose flour. I know, not a lot of flour. It's like 1 3/4 ounces. There we go. I'm going to make sure I stir all of my flour in. If it's not lumpy, maybe I should have used a whisk. Turned my heat down because it was starting to boil. I don't think it's supposed to do that. Okay. Turn it way down. There we go. Okay, so after I do that, in go my walnuts and my almonds. Stir, stir, stir. And then my cranberries, my walnuts, and my orange peel. Yummy, yummy. That mixture. That good stuff. Yeah, that is our extremely thin batter. It's almost watery. That's supposed to be very caramel-like, so I'm gonna go with it. All right. It's time to grab the parchment-lined baking. Ta-da! I'm back. I have 3 baking sheets lined with parchment. My oven has been preheated to 350 degrees. The instructions say 1 teaspoon, so 6 cookies per baking sheet. So 6 times 3, 18. I did my math right today. 1 teaspoon per cookie. There's one. I'll show you. Oh. Hot. I think the reason why it's only 6 per baking sheet is because it says that they will spread generously while they're baking. And it's like a junior high dance. You don't want them touching. So, 2 sheets down. And the last one. Okay, so when it says a teaspoon for each of these cookies, it's not kidding. I literally am scraping the pan to get the very last teaspoon of cookie. There you go. 18. I'm gonna call them 2018s and they're not. Gosh darn it. I keep forgetting what the names of these stupid cookies are. Oh please. Not crazy. 18 Florentines. Florentines. I need to remember the name of the cookie. Okay, but even more important, all of these puppies go in the oven for about 7 to 10 minutes at 350 degrees. So let's see what happens. Take a peek at the cookies. These are Florentines. Look, they're spreading. Let's take a peek. Oh, whoops. Let's take a peek at the cookies. Look, they're spreading. Look, that's good news. Yay, don't look at my dirty oven. They are out of the oven. They're cooling. I've got one that's a little bit cool enough to handle. So this is my very first Florentine. Look at that. It's supposed to look kind of lacy. I guess that's what all the little holes and stuff are. But that's what Mary Berry says. They're supposed to look a little bit lacy. And they're very, very, very thin and very delicate. So I think they need to cool. And my next step is to temper some chocolate. Ta-da-da-da-da! Like I've never done that before. Got my water heating up. I'm really excited about these though. This is that if we get the chocolate tempered and then cooled to the right temperature before we put it on here, the chocolate should not seep through the little holes. It should hold its shape. And I'm literally watching water, waiting for it to boil. Lack of patience. I'm gonna go ahead and take a chance. This is some of my chocolate chips in a bowl. I'm just gonna set that on top and start stirring to get them melted. Working. Our first chocolate bake. Yay! I have some melted chocolate and I'm gonna take the rest of my chocolate chips, throw it in my bowl, and stir. Okay, I'm gonna take our Florentine. I'm gonna take my spatula, and I think I'm just going to coat it with a bit of chocolate from edge to edge. Ooh, it's not coming through the middle, which is good. And then you take the fork, and you're supposed to make like a zigzag pattern in the chocolate on the back. I don't know what that means. You all see that? Maybe once it's dried we can see it. So, all right, it's like an assembly line. And the last one. This is our final Florentine to get iced in chocolate. I think I am completely iced in chocolate as well by this time. I'll show you my hand. Now it's time to I go wash the hands and wait for my chocolate to set. And then we will taste. Yeah. Almost there. Awesome. Let's see if I can touch my husband. Oh, Daniel, wake up. I am back. My Florentines have been resting and the chocolate has almost set. Waiting for the chocolate to set, it took a little bit longer than I expected. So again, like watching paint dry. But here, yay, look at that! These look awesome. The chocolate is shiny. It's supposed to have some shiny, shiny chocolate. So I got some shiny chocolate going on. I've got a, I don't know if it's the right zigzag pattern, but I've got a zigzag pattern. And they look delicious, but they are just cram-packed full of those nuts and that fruit. And I can't wait to taste them. So, let's see how it goes. They're supposed to be crisp and not chewy. Let's cross our fingers. Ready? Wow. Ah. Oh. Do y'all hear that crunch? Oh my gosh. It's so nice. It's thin. It's crunchy. The dark chocolate is perfect. It's not too sweet. You can taste the nuts. What I'm really getting is that candied orange peel. And you've got, excuse me, you've got the cherries and the cranberries in there too. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. These are awesome. Look. Do I make you hungry, baby? Do I make you hungry? Wow. Thank you so much for watching episode 5. Florentines. Finally remembered the name of the cookie that I just made. They are so delicious. They're caramelly, they're crunchy, they're fruity, that orange is coming through, and the chocolate is just right on the back. So I think I'm gonna have a little bit more wine and some of these. Call it a night.